Hi, my name is Fabrizio Vaca. I'm 32 and I graduated at IED in 2007. I started working for Fiat as an interior designer, and my first project was the Panda. And after 7 years, I am now an interior senior designer, and my task is to design interior for 500 products for EMEA and NAFTA markets. I have many good memories. I remember working hard and being in contact with awesome professionals that helped me to become a professional myself. And I remember a really open minded environment. It helped me a lot, mainly because I came from a non creative, non artistic background. I attended to a liceo scientifico, that is a science high school, and I think IED helped me to express my creativity with very top level tools. During the first year at IED, I was very close to quitting many times. And I thought that the gap between me and my schoolmates was too big, and that no matter how hard I was working, I couldn't get there. But at the end of the year, I said, okay, I have to end this, and then we'll see. And I worked so hard, and my teacher, Nicola Danza, that was going to leave Italy and teaching to go to work as a senior designer for Hyundai, told me that he saw um, himself in me, like I was in the same condition in the beginning, but in the end it turned out I was a real designer, and he told me my job was the best he saw in his whole career at ID. So I think that is the point where I thought, okay, maybe not everything is lost. Maybe I can become actually a designer. It's very hard to say how we will move in the future. There are many aspects that affect the way transportation evolve, technological aspects, uh, social cultural aspects, but I think that we're still talking about product. So a product needs to be designed, and a designer is the person who takes all the informations of his environment and synthesize them in a product that has to be sold, that has to be liked. So I think that in the future, design will be one of the main aspects of who will be the winning company for transportation. I think that car companies look for the multifunctional persons, not only someone who knows what a good line is or a good shape is, but people who can really bring new and fresh ideas from the product point of view. So someone who can read the market, someone who can read the tendencies in every other field. Three words for the car designer of tomorrow: open-minded, multifunctional, and a traveler. I think that the market is really becoming global now. The I think there won't be an American market and a European market and an Asian market. There will be one whole big market, and in order to satisfy customers for all this part of the world, you need to know them. And yeah, I think traveling is the best way to know what to design. Never be satisfied of yourself. Always try to push yourself harder. There will always be someone better than you, and that's the one you want to be with to improve yourself. That's the only thing I can say. Yeah, just try to be always better to yourself. Never stop.
Hi everyone, my name is Foundro from China. I'm 26 years old. I graduated from IED in 2010. After that, I did my internship in Pininfarina for 1 year. In February of 2012, I joined General Motors and started working in GM China Advanced Design Center in Shanghai. Before I went to IED, I was really an amateur on car design. I was always enthusiastic about being a car designer, but never knew where to start and how to reach my dream. 3 years in IED, I was totally transformed. I learned techniques, built confidence, and got prepared for the future. More than that, I met many lifelong friends here. It was really a milestone of my life. The most important project for every designer in school must be the thesis project for graduation. In my graduation year, we were doing thesis project sponsored by McLaren. And the school took us to the McLaren plant in UK for a visit. It was really an exciting period. We were put into a team of 3 people to do one project together. Therefore, not only creativity, but also a teamwork in harmony is significantly important. After the thesis project, I knew I was ready to become a real car designer. I wish in the year of 2034, IED will be even stronger. A dream factory. More and more students could join IED with their dream and leave IED with their dream come true. I think all of the automotive companies in the world are qualifying their candidates with 2 basic skills. First of all is creativity, of course. Fresh blood to the creative team to think ahead and research in advance. Second will be the skill of following projects, how to transform your sketch to the car you see every day on the street. How to play the role as a team player and motivate every member in your project team. That is what makes you to become a successful car designer. I think the key skills for every designer would always be, first, to think ahead, always come up with fresh ideas that could lead a trend. Second, professional techniques, the ability to transform your ideas into persuasive images. Third, communication skill, know how to sell your ideas and design to your leadership. Therefore, my 3 words to define the future car designer will still be creative, professional, and communicative. My suggestion to you all would be keep doing what you're doing right now in school. In the end, only great ideas and good skills to execute your idea can make a good design. In the meantime, being confident to present your work is also very important. I wish you all a bright future.
Hello, my name is Victor Uribe. I graduated from IED in 2011. After that, I had a 6-month apprenticeship here at Opel Design in Germany. After that, I was hired by Opel, and now I'm working here as a creative designer. Well, certainly one of the best memories which I got from ID has to be the competitions, probably. The 2 last competitions, the car design news competitions, which actually took me here, and Ferrari competition, because of the things which I learned, the process, and of course the chance to work with such brands. That was something truly amazing. Well, I guess that I always wanted to be a car designer, and for me, I think it's the same story like with many other designers. We all tell the same story. I always wanted to be a car designer since I was a child, and I guess my case is exactly the same. So now that I'm having the chance to be a car designer here, I feel myself very happy about it. I guess that if you would have asked me how I wanted the cars to move in the future, when I was a student, I would have told you something like magnetic levitation, and then kind of super advanced hydrogen cars. But I think that in the future, what will power our cars will be something like electricity, of course, and hybrid and electric technologies. My opinion, what companies in especially design studios of big companies are looking for is for a complete designer, not a designer who can come up with something just like exterior designs or just interior designs. They're looking for a more complete designer, which means you have to be able to be an interior designer when it's needed. You have to be a exterior designer when it's needed as well, or you have to be able to come up with it in advanced concepts as well. That's my opinion for the future. Three words to define car designer of tomorrow. That would be analytic. You always have to observe things. Creative. You always have to be creative. And the third one would be something like social or interactive or connected with your environment, or aware of the things which are relevant to the people in the world. My advice for the students in the future: if you're a young student, you just start the ID, would be work as hard as you can, of course. Use the time to make connections. All the time, get involved in competitions, into small projects, because you never know which project will be the key, or that will be the gate to get into the industry, or you never know who will you meet, who will help you out in your career. So it's very important to take part in these type of things or events. So yeah, I would recommend you that.
Hello, I am Daniel Soriano, I'm 28, and I've been working for Lamborghini since 2011. Well, I've learned that when you are in the right place doing the right thing, you're a happy person. I don't think I was born to be a car designer, I just like it. I think we'll all be riding horses. Well, I think they are starting to show some interest in designers with 3D modeling skills. Out of mind. just don't stay in this country for too long.
Hello, my name is Marco Visalón. I'm 33 years old, and after my master course I did an experience in Ferrari as a modeler, and currently I'm working in Daihatsu in Osaka, Japan. Definitely, of course, many technical tools, but the insight of the very Italian car culture. When I was 12, I saw a rendering of a Ducati, and after that I definitely felt inspired by life. The need for transportation is always there. Maybe the number of wheels that will be there will decrease, but definitely not increase, and the driving experience will definitely change. A lot of 3D technical and knowledge about tools and processes, and always looking for teamwork and passion, always. Human, smart, and desirable, always. Never, ever, ever quit. Good. Thanks. Cheers.
Hello, I'm Andrea Mocellin, 29 years old, senior exterior designer at Alfa Romeo. After IED, I got my master course in Royal College of Art, and I previously had an internship in Audi, Germany. After my master, I started working in Pininfarina for 2 years, and then got my job in Alfa Romeo Maserati. I had a lot of memories, good memories. I met a lot of friends, international people that helped me to build my personal technique and skills to work and get ready to work in the car industry. I understood I could become a transportation designer when I got my interview actually for the scholarship at IED. And at that point I understood that I had a chance to move to Torino and start to study this beautiful field that is the transportation design. In 20 years from now, the mobility will be slightly different. I seriously believe that the people needs more education about green economy, green technology and sustainability. So I think in the future there will be a distinction between urban transportation, public transportation and personal vehicle, in creating a sort of balance between these two big parts of the transportation system. People will be sharing more the vehicle with other people in order to save energy and use it for other things. So I seriously believe that the design of the car will be forward a more collaborative, more sharing system. Car industry are looking for people ready to work immediately in the car industry. There is less time between learning and doing the car right now because the time is more short during the project. So the company are looking for people ready to be flexible between two-dimensional, three-dimensional software, ready to talk to engineers, ready to talk to marketing people, be really flexible during the project and able to work in every kind of step with freedom. define in the 3 words that the car designer of tomorrow, I will say be confident, be international, and be ready to wait your time and your moment in the car industry. If I have to give a suggestion to the car designer of tomorrow, I think it's truly important to build your own technique, to be different inside the studio, so understand what you really like and try to not copy other people but really build your own personality, your own designer skills. If I have to make a typical car designer face, maybe bye-bye.
Hi, my name is Massimo Lotti, I'm 25. I'm currently working as a designer in JAC Italy and as a lecturer in IED. The best memory I have of when I was a student is that IED was like a big family. We spent with my classmates all the day at school, even though we didn't have lessons. We worked together, we consulting and we confronting, and we give advice to improve. I realized I could be really a designer only after finishing IED. I started work in F&F design studio where I learned how to complete a project starting from concept and arriving to the production. And I realized that the designer is the coolest job in the world, and I wanted to be that. Make a prediction of how the course of transportation design will be in 20 years is really hard. I hope that IED continue to invest on this course to keep it constantly updated and competitive. In the car design world is increasingly the demand of polyvalent designer who is not able only to draw style proposal but to follow the full project and to use all means to complete it. The car design of the future for me should be passionate, concrete, but with some sign of madness. Advice I can give is the work of a car designer is a creative job. Don't limit yourself only to look at the car design world, but you have to create your own culture that help yourself to create something of yours. And the most important things is always work with passions. Ciao ciao!
My name is Aldo Mariasika, and I'm an Italian car designer working for the English company IED Design. I am 22, and in July 2013, 30 hours after getting my IED degree, I started to operate in Wolfsburg, Germany, where the Bugatti design studio is located. I guess that my best memory from IED regards a collaboration during my master class on the Gloria project. This experience was so unique because for the first time I felt the emotion of developing a full-size car. We were developing night and days like crazy, and I also understood how much it makes me proud to be part of a similar responsible and energetic team. I remember a picture from Geneva 2013. It shows a dozen of kids getting excited around our project Gloria. It quickly reminded me how much I was getting treated as well when I was just a toddler seeing a car. I don't know if these kids were getting excited just because the car was red and low, but to create an emotion towards an automobile, this could be a good reason to become a car designer. Sometimes it is quite funny to imagine how we will be moving in a time so far away from the present. I can imagine it will be still a matter of the individual. By one hand, a lot of people will intelligently share public transports and maybe use some smart new tools like a solo wheel. On the other side, we will always find extreme ways to portray the status of oneself, the individual. Some time ago, the successful skill to be a winning designer was probably a good sensitivity to illustrate your own project, merged with a good capability in using markers and classic sketching tools. Today, the situation has completely changed. The illustration of the project is still a critical moment of the job to communicate the idea, the stylistic concept, and an emotion. But in order to succeed in the automotive design world, one has to develop a symbiosis between classic sketching and virtual 3D translation, from 3D modeling, rendering softwares, rework on Photoshop, towards a perfect presentation in front of a management group. Art, form, technique. Be educated in every direction. You can achieve greatness if you truly love what you do, so find what you love. Oh, of course, I have one every time with me here.
Great, Aldo, super.